Okay, this test is, I don't normally make them this way. Actually, I don't think I have in a very long time. But this semester I did. This test is somewhat comprehensive. It includes chapters 1 through 3, 5, 7, 8, Metasploit, and Snort.
Is this being recorded?
Yes, I just started recording. Okay, so chapter 1, what I did was I went through and made up some questions. Oh. Why am I lying?
Sorry, I want to wax off my eye for the rest of my life.
All right. What I did was I went through and made questions. So the only ones that are random are the last two groups. Okay. So for number 1, it's matching. I decided to make all matching questions today for the most part. Not totally. For the most part. So with matching, it's pretty easy. You match this to this. It's like on one of them I say ports. So I say port 80. Web traffic. Port 53. DNS. And you match up 80 with 53. Makes sense.
Matching ports.
So that's see the fourth line down, matching TCP ports.
So as long as we have the notes with.
There's a problem though. When I make matching, they can be used 0 or multiple times. So port 80 might work in 3 of them, and port 53 might not work in any of them.
Port 80.
See what I'm saying? I mean, that's not a good example. But some of the other questions where I give you a word, like we were talking viruses and worms and stuff like that, I give you a word and a definition, and you got to say this definition matches viruses or worms or this or that. But there might be 3 definitions that match viruses. You know what I mean? Or none. So the first one is just about the methodology. And if you look at the slides where it talks about methodologies, that's what it's about. Okay. Y'all know what a TCP connection is? What's it called?
Three-way handshake.
Three-way handshake. If you know what that is, you're going to get that one correct. It's easy enough. Let me bring up a slide here. Let me bring up this one. Okay. All right. Know a header. Know what a header is.
Question. Is it going to be an actual header or is it going to be that like fill the section?
Neither. It's matching.
It's matching.
I didn't put any pictures. I was too lazy to put pictures. Know the flags. There's another question on here. It says flags, doesn't it?
No.
Okay, maybe it's part of that one. Okay, it could be. Yeah, one of them has flags on it. I forget which question has it on it. One of them has flags on it as well. And ports. You know, we list all these different ports. Know the ports.
No, every single port.
Not every port.
1 through 1,000.
IP at IP addressing. Know how IP addresses work. I mean, we did enough with IP addresses. You should be fine with that. Okay? So know what IP, how they work. Know what CIDR is.
We have to know what it stands for.
I don't know. Something.
Or how it's written?
Yeah.
I would probably go with how it's written, like / something. What does that really mean? So, okay, so let's do it. What does / 24? Okay, which would be 255, 0. Okay. So by that, what does knowing a subnet mask do for me?
Tells you what class the network is.
Okay, what class and what else can they tell me?
Uh,
How many hosts? How many usable hosts? You know how to get all that? So if I said, give me a /x, how many usable hosts there are? Can you figure that out pretty simply? Yeah, I mean, it wouldn't be hard. All you do is you take the slashes, subtract from 32, and that's the number of zeros. 2 to the whatever, minus 2. That's it. So say we had 3 zeros, which would be what, 29 /29?
Yeah.
Yeah. So if I gave you slash 29, so 32 minus 29 is 3, 2 to the third is 8. Can't use first or last, so 8 minus 2, you got 6. Done. Did I do that?
One more
It's
time.
If I gave you slash 29 for CIDR,
Yeah.
that's the number of ones. We know there's a total of 32.
Yes.
So if you go 32 minus 29, you get 3. Then it's 2 to that number. So 2 to the third is 8. You can never use the first address or the last address. First is network ID, last is broadcast. So, 2 to the third is 8, minus 2, we end up with 6 usable addresses.
That's that easy?
It's that simple.
That's
Oh my
a pain. She did it like way more convoluted.
Okay,
She
let's
did it
say
more like
more
range. Yeah, yeah, it was like
28.
let's figure out the range.
Y'all figure this one out. Slash 28. What is it?
Set to the third or second.
So 4 times 2
So it'd be
16.
Not 4 times 2.
Yeah, to the 4th.
2 to the fourth.
That's asking.
14 is the answer. So, okay, 28, 32 minus 28 is 4. 2 to the fourth is 16. 16.
Can we have a calculator?
I didn't know I did this. I didn't
You can have any handheld calculator, any handheld written calculator. Okay, you can have.
So it's in the testing center.
You can have any notes you want. So write down every darn CIDR. I'm good with that. Any handwritten note. So why don't you go through these slides and pick this? Say, look, CIDR 27 gives me 30 hosts. Would that be that hard to do? But it's a good idea if you know how to do it. Because what if I throw a monkey wrench and throw something they don't have on here, like a 14 or something,
They don't have 14. Go down one thing.
Oh, they do. Okay, they don't have 28. There you go.
Well, there we go.
I can do those. They're small. You get down to like 7 or 6, and I'm going to struggle.
But any handwritten notes is allowed. So because we did this kind of stuff. Remember we did that in one of the programming assignments?
Yeah.
Now the midterm was really just a multiple choice question. So I figured this way you guys at least have to do something. All right. So we got headers, we got ports, we got IP addressing, we got CIDR, denial of service. You know what that is? You got a question on that? You got matches based on viruses and worms.
Okay, on that, you said there might be 3 definitions that match. So would you pick all, is it pick all that applies or?
Okay, what I have is I have potentially viruses and worms. Then I have the definitions. You can only pick one. But the definition wouldn't work for both. Like I'm not going to have an English word. No, it would be a definition that only works for one of them. You can't, none of them overlap.
So it didn't say whether or not that definition is for a virus or for a
I just making sure it wasn't all.
Same with port scanning. I say a SIN scan, a fin scan, a null scan, a Christmas scan, all these different scans. But then you got to pick the definition that goes with it. That's all. So I mean, you don't have to write the definition. You literally just pick it. Okay. Metasploit Part 2. I'm assuming you all completed that. That's all you need. Just I asked you one question.
So it's
From that specific assignment.
It's not
Worth
like
it.
the
It's
name or what's the name of the exploit you used.
Oh,
I'm sure it's worth 15 points, right?
I really don't know any points. I think I was only one point.
If it's the name of the exploit you use, write that down. So
Yeah.
in case it's that, you've got it.
Then 3 snort rules. They're not difficult. Okay, but they're probably not difficult. They should not probably
So,
are.
Maybe.
Maybe.
You should,
Maybe.
probably.
Maybe.
May not.
That may not be difficult.
Yes.
Is the Metasploit question multiple choice?
No. No, actually, it's a multiple select.
Multiple.
So you select the ones that apply.
One of those questions.
What if none apply? Can you just not?
Don't tell me
no
yeah.
points either.
Yeah, you'll get a 0.
There's not a none of the above.
Okay, that's a good thing.
On the-
Okay.
On the snort, just
Yeah.
to clarify, because my issue, the double arrow.
Just go to the right hand side of it.
Okay,
Just use
So
right hand
don't worry,
arrow.
okay.
Don't worry about going both.
So can we write it backwards?
It will not run backwards.
Oh, well, it will. And
It's already been tested.
the SMART rules, basically, we're just writing rules to apply to whatever
The
you're
same
saying.
Just
thing
like
we
the
just did.
assignment.
Just like
Exactly like the assignment. I actually took a couple of the assignment questions, modified them just a little bit. So write down the assignment questions and the answers and make them.
Can we get back into our assignment?
I don't know, you can't see them, can you?
No.
So-
Well, I could earlier when I checked mine.
Yeah, I didn't change it, so you can see it.
Okay.
That's not, I don't, yeah, you can see it.
And then we have,
Then you got some random questions from chapter 7 and 8.
So basically kind of the quiz
Yeah, I
setup.
got 20 from 7 and 21 from 8. The only reason there's 21 from 8 is to make the points work out.
so we have.
So there's
These are like
54 questions, but it's
generated
100.
questions, like you didn't come up with the.
No, they're all random, just like the quiz.
Awesome.
Like
And
a
a lot of
midterm.
questions are from the quiz.
Can you open the quizzes back up so I can go through them?
You got 54 questions, 100 points. Some of these, like the way the points work on this, say the virus, worm one. I don't know how many definitions I gave you, just say I gave you 8. That's worth 8 points. So on the port one, if I give you 12 ports, that's worth 12 points. Okay? So some worth more than others. That's why chapter 8 ended up with 21 questions to make it even. Good? Easy enough? I don't normally like to do, inclusive exams, but it's just, I want to know that you learned something a little bit from the other one, since you're really good at the quizzes. And they're not hard. They aren't. For me. I got them all right.
Yeah.
Shouldn't be. And they might be all right. They may not be all right.
They're possibly right. Probably not. There's a chance. So, it's due the 16th. It's already at the testing center. I dropped it off by hand myself this afternoon.
Hand delivered.
Because I happened to have a meeting across the hall. So it's very handy. And that is across the hall. So they have it already. You have 2 hours for this exam. It's due Wednesday.
Yeah.
Now, the way 2 hours, I don't know what time they close. They don't know what time they close.
They close it a lot.
They close
If
it.
they close it at 7, they will
They
cancel
close at
your
8.
test. Okay.
At 6:45 or
They
something.
will close you out 10 minutes before 8,
Okay, so
or 7
6
or.
So 7:50, they're gonna stop you. So if you did 2 hours, you're basically gonna start by 5:50, plus a couple minutes, so I'll get there early. In other words, tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
Oh, yeah.
During graduation.
Yeah, I tell you, every time, I've taken a lot of classes. Even at Tulsa, when I had 7 classes at a time, I would study for one class, go take the test. Study for the next class, take the test. And I, literally at Tulsa, all the finals were on the same day. I didn't take a single final on that. Because you have reading days up there, which is study days before finals. Day 1 of studying, I study for one class, I call the instructor, I go take the test, done. Thank you. Why wait? Because if you guys wait till Wednesday, something's gonna happen, you're gonna have a dog die or something,
That's
or
tragic.
you're gonna download a file and only get half of it. So, every okay on the pen testing final, you know what it is. I don't think I can explain it any better.
I am a little curious. Let's, in some imaginary world, we get a 100 on this final. How many points would that bump you up? Say if you had a 0.
I think your test in this class is 35% in your grade.
So
I think it's 40 on your syllabus.
Is it 40? Okay. So it's 20 points. This test is 20% of your grade. Okay. All right, so I'm gonna stop recording this. No more questions on this. We're all happy with this? Everybody totally understand what the questions are? This was recorded. So I'm gonna stop this recording.